Greetings and salutations. Welcome to part 2. And first thing, we're gonna go back to Steel Areas. Not messing around here. I believe... I can't remember if I need to or not. I actually... Let me look at my notes. I think we just go right. It's... Because there are green doors to open, but I don't think they're necessary. There's a couple places where I use super missiles to open up stuff for a missile, and that's a no. We're gonna actually want to go this way. That I do know. Just looking at the map of justice. There we go. Alright. Just go through here. We are saving our supers, because right here, whoops. There we go, it's that button now. I got it. Takes a while sometimes. Anyway, we got another boss. This is the Wall Walker. You can only defeat it with bombs, and you need him to basically bait the attack. This is not a Legend of Zelda boss. I know, like, how's that even possible? It looks like it fits in Breath of the Wild. But this is from Contra, if I remember correctly. Super Contra. Whoops. So he takes 15 bombs, basically. And he gets a little bit faster as we go through. The first lick he deploys can be a little bit tricky because his eye color doesn't change, but when it changes to yellow, that's an indication of he's gonna change. He's gonna put the other one, put his other leg down. We got the Spazer. So now our flame is super cool with 3. That's right. Yeah, I'm going the right way. This is how long it's been. Can't even remember where I'm supposed to go. There we go. Alright. Now I think, yes, we're gonna go to Cold Star. Thank goodness I made a list. So I mentioned last time that this game's kind of open. Like, a little more open than is usual. You can honestly go and explore at your own pace and find items quote-unquote out of order, where it won't necessarily be out of order, it just happens, but you can grab it at that time. It's kind of hard to think of a good example, but there's definitely, like, some things. For instance, like, at the very beginning, you can do... I gotta back up to do a speed run here. You can do Morph Ball, and then the Long Beam, or you can do Long Beam. Oh, I'm actually fine on energy. What am I thinking of? That's a save room. We don't need it. But, so you can do Morph Ball and Long Beam, or Long Beam then Morph Ball, and then get the missiles after that. That kind of deal. But it's in a much grander scale where it comes to planets and whatnot. So I grabbed the magnetic shield. It makes you invincible to pretty much every single thing, including spikes. And we need it. So we're gonna go through Speed Boost, put on the shield, and turn off the shield. So you can see there's this wall of spikes where you would use the magnetic shield to turn on. That's a button, and for me it's set to Y. It's a button press. However, in some cases, you don't necessarily always need the spikes. Like running across the pit of spikes back in those rooms, I needed to. But with spikes here, there's a little invincibility frames, and you can just kind of grab onto the first ledge like I did, and then just jump up here. So you actually don't need the magnet shield after you get through that section. And then here as well, you can just jump up like that, if you're really careful. But that one's intended to be skippable like that. Just some interesting things with sort of knockback and invincibility frames that you get. But that's just something you can do. It's not necessary. So here we go. We got Ridley 2. Just use these missiles. Really want him to stay trapped as long as possible on the ledge. It's very hard. I will gladly take supers, though. You can get rid of those flames, right, with your beam shots. With missiles, I suppose, as well, but that is a waste. Okay, we just wanted to bring him to half health so he starts flying to the top of the screen. There we go. Alright. So we gotta unclog 9 venting pipes. They look like these. Look like some from Super Mario World. Just a cute little thing. Oh, we want to go this way first. It's not the door I was thinking of. But there's 9 of those total. It does say it in the thing. Here we go. So that one you can go around for, but if you have the wave beam like I do, you can also just straight up shoot through it. Makes it very convenient. That's a save room, yeah, which we can't even access. Once we get rid of all these, basically solve this crisis. Oh, I think we do go down, actually. Indeed we do. I'm actually shooting like a fireball once, because it takes so long to get to these that I can actually just fire and save myself a little bit of time. Alright. Concentrate for that jump, because it's scary. I'm also running low on energy, which is also scary. We'll solve that problem later. Found it. Alright. So there we go. Peace has been restored. We're not using the save room quite yet. Gonna grab this item, the gravity suits. That's right. So now we can fly. Or, fly. We can go through the water. I don't know where I got fly from. Gravity suits should enable me to fly, I'm just saying. Anyway, we're gonna go over here, fall down. We need a completely different item to be able to grab those supers anyway. There we go. We're gonna take it to this save station because I do need the refill. So here's the interesting thing about the save pedestals here, is that they have these little walls, which you can't really walk up and down on. And if you're standing on the edge like this, it doesn't activate, but if you're over closer to the center, you'll see that they start blinking, which starts the saving process. Just interesting. I would have personally just made it flat in general, but you know, I'm not a video game creator, and it's a small thing compared to like the rest of everything else. So here we got Mothula. This is an interesting boss where you need to use these icicles to bring them down. Because I can't body check my way through those spikes. It's a sad day. This is all about timing and whatnot for this boss. Whoops. Okay. I'm gonna actually... Oh gosh. And then fires those shots which mess you up. I thought for sure I had that. Alright. Yeah, just wait it out. Wait it out. There we go. Deal some damage. Quickly fire those super missiles. So, with that boss, I was using regular missiles on purpose. If you use a super, he enrages and flies up to the top of the screen, making your life difficult to work with. So you just use regular missiles or beam weapons to damage him, and then once you get near the end, quickly spam the super missiles, and then you should get that pretty easily. So we're gonna go over here, grab this energy tank. That's necessary. A lot of these, like the energy tanks, we're gonna go back for another expansion tank as well. Oh gosh, this one guy. Okay, I do need to jump off that wall. That's fair. Yep, we're going to... Oh, no. Buttons are tricky. Buttons are tricky. But there's a specific section in which I'm going to need some of these items. We're going to pick up this magnetic shield tank, increase our capacity to 10. I call it 10 seconds. It just kind of just seems how it works, honestly, like in seconds. But we need these for a very specific part later on. We might as well prep ourselves now for it. Oops. I forgot icicles. Icicles hurt. I'm not supposed to fall down. This is RNG manipulation. This is to give us good luck. That's what it is. Whoops. Whoops. That is my bad. I meant to just fire. And then I accidentally pushed the morph ball button. So that's a thing. Alright, we're gonna speed boost again, but this time, we're gonna go the opposite direction. There we go. This is the best way to get back up top. Really will work. Alright. Home sweet home at last. So where? I need to see where I need to go through my list. Aquadia. This is good because I should probably explain the item we got, the Seeker Missiles. So regular missiles now can track towards enemies, which is very useful. You'll see they have like a little... Oops. Gonna wait. They get like a little reticle going on. Oops. I do want to save at least one of those bad boys. Because I think I need one to open a door. I can't remember. But this makes targeting enemies a little bit easier. This has a pretty good purpose in some sections. It's not completely necessary, but it works out. We grab the jump ball, which enables us to jump. I don't think it's actually necessary because there's such a thing as bomb jumping, but it is quicker if we can get it. If we can just jump with a button instead of waiting for bombs to detonate, because they take a while. They take a while indeed. There we go. Grab that bad boy. It's good because we need one to open the door. We gotta do another speed booster. Alright. And then zoom up. Go over here. Grab the spider ball. This enables us to stick to walls and surfaces, which is good, because we needed to get out of this room. So this is the first time we've seen these types of rooms. These are called Phazon rooms, or the Phazon sections of the map. As you notice, our health is now yellow and is slowly draining. That is the gimmick of all the Phazon. Each area has a Phazon section, and that's sort of the gimmick, is that they're pretty dangerous. I'm just going to take the safety refill so I can take some time to explain and look around. Got it, okay. But Phazon sections also not only drain your health, they typically contain stronger enemies. If enemies... A lot of the times I think the enemies are like... for the most part they're unique enemies, but in some cases there are stronger versions that are in the regular world, so that's good. Anyway, we're gonna go finally to this last planet called Gravitax, where it's got very strong gravity, as you would. With the gravity suit, it makes it back to normal jumping and whatnot. Otherwise, it just completely affects your ability here. And the first thing we're gonna do is shoot down over here. We've got plenty of things to do. It's not intended, like, as far as like, there's a whole puzzle solving room that normally you would do to get this particular item that we're going to be going for. Grabbing those supers because we need more of those. Just needed that guy dead the first time. I don't need him dead a second time. It's not necessary. There we go. That's a very tight jump as well. But we're gonna be taking a very leisurely path because we have Wave Beam. We can shoot through those walls, and those switches are blue, so you can hit them with anything, basically. They're like doors in that sense. There are specified ones that require, like, missiles to open them up, but those ones, you don't need to. And we do all that for power bombs. You're supposed to go, like, into the room above me. I think it's either like a speed booster or it's like a bomb thing. You fall into this save room here kind of deal, and then we just kind of just say, no, I have Wave Beam. Like, that's kind of like the intended way as far as like solving a puzzle, but if you just follow this route, Wave Beam just solves all your problems. And that's all we need to do. Normally, like, this would be a much longer process, but we don't need to. We don't need to take that long. We can just go up here, open some doors. It's very nice. It definitely took some exploring for me to discover that that was a thing in general. Okay, we're actually going to go back to Asteroid. Good. But it's little things like that that's like, oh, the creator did think of ways to kind of maneuver around, make things a little bit easier for everyone. It's kind of nice to see. Okay, hang on, because I gotta think. Yep, I got it. So we're back here just to pick up some items. We're not actually like picking up like ability specific items. This is like E-tanks, just things we're gonna need for the future. Make my life a tiny bit easier. There we go. Grab that bad boy. Whoops, I'm supposed to either land on it or grab the edge. I did neither of those for whatever reason. That's how that works. We're gonna go... There we go. Been a while, yeah, so that's what Spazer Beam looks like. That's been a while, because we've just been sticking with Flame. Like, you would think Flame's the only weapon we need. We do have uses eventually for the Wave Beam in general. But... just kind of stick until we need them. Alright, so that. All that. Can I speed boost in time? Yes. I want to make sure I didn't hit that, because it just looks cool. Plus, you see the HUD move down. If you're ever in, like, that top left area, the HUD will automatically move to bottom left. That's a nice little touch. They didn't have to do that, but it was nice that they did that for us. Anyway, so I got what I needed now at this point. This is all gonna come in handy later on, I assure you. It's all about to be for a good purpose. Alright, we're going back here to Incendian. It's just, names are difficult. Switch to supers, so I can open up this door for some more supers. Love it. Alright. Go this way, still. Alright, go this way. Now I'm not worried actually about the lava, but I still want a platform above it because that's falling down's not as good as you would think. Just ends up wasting time. Going this, oh no, I actually want to go up now. I should probably just use the morph ball button, but I'm used to just having to morph ball out. I'm not worried about using a super on that. Like I said, everything here kind of recharges all my stuff anyway, so... Here we go. Alright, there we go. Phazon Suit. So this makes the Phazon zones less dangerous by making sure it doesn't drain our health, at the very least. Gives us a little bit extra damage protection, which I won't say no. I won't say no to that plan. I just want to go this way, actually. It's going to be a little bit faster for us. And then speed boost. Yes. Now, if I fall in the lava, I don't mind as much because it's actually not that bad to get back up. Oh, now I want to go. Yes. We're going to go this way real quickly. This is very important. This is in case something goes wrong. We want this save station. Because it can go wrong. Luckily, like, you save every time you board and unboard the ship. So it's not so bad if you end up dying and not having reached the save room, you just start back at the ship. So that's a nice little thing. So this is the Helmasaur, also not. Oops, did not. I was hoping to get a third one, being greedy. It happens. But this is also a Link to the Past boss, as one would guess. Oh, that actually worked out really well. Probably could have gotten another missile, didn't want to be a greedy again. So the tail is the worrisome part. It hits really hard. Oh, I really want that, actually. Yeah, you'll see me switch in between beams just so I can charge faster and get those pickups. Because the mask is the only thing that actually has will give me pickups. Nothing, like, the fireballs he shoots out, I can't destroy those. It's rather sad. This is definitely, like, I don't know if I said it, but this is actually, like, one of the tougher boss fights. No joke, just does not play around. And then he gets faster and faster as he hits, like, halfway health and, like, quarter health. Like, his fireball stuff wasn't bad enough. It's one of the reasons we pick up, like, the extra energy tanks, just to give me a little bit more breathing room. Alright, we're using regular missiles, which actually works out pretty well for us. Oh, Nelly. But even with the Phazon Suit, like, his tail still does, like, a good, like, 40 points of damage. It's ridiculous. Oh no. It is the... No, stop it. This is the parts where now the tail's at full speed. I have to make every shot count. So close. Luckily I've got all these missiles still. And I can always damage him with the fire beam. Like, it's not as strong. Actually, use some of these just in case. I think I'm going to heal up anyway, so it doesn't actually matter, but we'll be careful anyway. So now we got the plasma beam. It makes our beam a little bit stronger. Also travels through enemies. That has a specific use. It's not... just makes my life a little bit easier in one very specific scenario. We're gonna take out those flame blocks. Because we've got... oh, I think I'm actually supposed to... yes, I'm supposed to do it this way. This one's a little tricky. I don't want to leave the room, so I don't want to open the door, but there we go. We have to boost through that so that we can go through there, go through this. Alright, and now I'm going to take this safety save. Again, this is all now just in case, because we're going to do the scary part. The reason we went collecting for everything is now about to happen. It's about to become the thing. Because we're going to go into Incendiarian Phazon zone here. And it is not a pretty place. Alright, so we've got this stuff. The Phazon lava, I guess you could say. Luckily the magnetic shield protects us from the damage. Not the Phazon Suit and the gravity suit combined. So we need the magnetic shield to shield us so we don't die, because it deals a lot of damage really quickly. That first part is not the scary part. This is the scary part. Thank you. Okay. Just boost my way through. Oh, Nelly, that was very rude. He actually dropped a shield, which is really nice. Okay, so you can see, if I picked up like just stick with 4 energies, I'd be down to 40 health. So that's the reason I go for 5 tanks, is complete safety. But we made it to where we need to be. That's the good news. That was definitely not the best scenario. If I'm lucky, I'll have still like a full energy tank easy. Or, I guess a full spare one. I forgot to speed boost. It's important. Which is fine. Oh, Nelly. Oh, Nelly. No. I should probably just shoot, honestly. That's what I should probably be doing. Alright, we'll try this again. Don't worry. This is fine. This is to show you that, no, I'm not a pro at this game. I'm not like some genius. Alright, and then we go. So the blocks will form back, so even if you fall down, like, you don't fall back into the Phazon zone and have to do that trick all over again. That's one of the nice things about speed blocks reforming when you enter a new area. I actually wanted to kill you, but it's fine. Alright, but that is Scary Boss and Scary Area in one go. Oh, so the Chozo Charm, real quickly, it gives a chance for enemies to drop more items when you defeat them in combat. So that's the good news. That is the good news, and I think that's a good place for me to take a breather, get another part going and whatnot. But we're doing good. We've collected a lot of items, but we'll pick this up for part 3. Thank you for watching. Hope this is interesting and helpful for you, and I will see you next time. Take care, everyone.